All right, folks. Don't let it be said that I didn't warn you. The mother of humanism still stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad. Looks like I can't give this figurine to her. Why? Because she's a stained glass window. That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? Like what? Is the task still on? I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already. Only a strange little sadness remains. Nothing has changed in her expression. I am wearing it all right. I think I did that last video and then got distracted. BizCalc is indeed Baloo, and I think I am wearing, because that's a minus, I'm wearing +2 BizCalc currently. Yeah, I think that's my only goodies. If pants... Okay, I was about to say if pants gave me VizCalc, that would be the most illogical thing I could think of, and then I realized, but my jacket is, so why is that different? Why? I don't know. Oh, that's what the difference was. You gotta put that flashlight away, boyadero. We're not gonna pop the health immediately. I feel happier after doing that, but... That's more what I'm looking at. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a leitmotif, below them both. What shattered this mosaic? Unknown. A motor carriage? A gunshot? Someone falling into it? Or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break? Who is the older woman? The escutcheon on her throne, is that even how that word is pronounced? It's one that I've always read and never heard. Says, Irene, the navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures, figures again, of wise men, common men, worshippers, walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, terriers, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail. What kind of terriers? Are they Boston Terriers? Yorkshire Terriers? Pit Bull Terriers? What does the motto say? Below both women, in luminous black letter, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, Après le monde, la gris. Après la gris, le monde de nouveau. There we go, good. After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. I don't know. I would more take that to be after a new life and the new world, especially with what we're calling going back to the geographical concepts in this game to say, but anyway, this is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change, akin to finding life after death. Kim, this used to say, yes, after death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in DeLorean sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however. Why not? It was deemed subservient, to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We're already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing. You mean like this cop pissing contest we're in right now? The cop-off. Yes, like the cop-off. So what's the RCM motto now? Justice, union, prudence, and force. Fuck that. I mean, that's just an observation. Cool. I like the other one better. So do I. I mean, I do from a literary standpoint, if nothing else. I could also stand without having force in our frickin' method of operation statement. Nothing has changed in her expression. Just in me watching it. Oh shoot! I didn't do the thing! Well, folks, I did say the next time I had to do this, I was bringing a prop. I just had to go get it. A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. Oh, I love these sounds. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity. Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on. Kim seems cautious about the machine stepping closer. These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks, alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful. We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case. Yeah, but this one looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area. Yes, all the radio computers look alike in that way. It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model. He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything. The one you saw earlier was the REM Civic. This is the REM Prefect. A model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a REM-compatible interim printer. The REM Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used REM Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the REM Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits. I can't say any of that? Okay, well, I'm going to investigate it. You see the fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed. Look inside the compartment. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says in a black marker, log, Feb to March. Another filament memory, plus press play to talk with the repeater. All right. The machine comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on St. Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area. Fortress Accident, like the doomed commercial area.
I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun, the other on Rue de Saint-Germain.
Saint-Brun, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Germain, that is the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's not clear whether she recognizes your voice or not. I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe Thiago knows something. I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Not thanks, but I'm good.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident,
she says as her voice disappears into a whirl of static.
I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start a flame in your heart.
I didn't prepare the prop, so I hope this comes out the way I wanted it to. Hee.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I'm in the mother's love.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies. Have you by any chance heard the abuelita say the password to a radio computer? Too many times, esse. You need it for something? Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information. Especially in the name of public safety. Why are we so serpentine here? Yes, it's for a murder investigation. Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife, death. What do you think of that? Makes me almost pity la nihilista pequena when I hear it. What was that about coffee? I feel like I've heard it somewhere before. Look, Mom, I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee. What? What? Okay. I think we're done here, esse. The figure crawls off into the darkness above. That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure whether we'll find our suspect here. Tiago, come back. Tiago, come back! You can blame it all on me. Play.
Yes, good afternoon, Fortress Accident on San Brun. This is again the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat, is this the personal log?
Let's try this game again.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death?
Good. I've unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Nope.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
Whatever, I hope it was a good bit. I entertained myself. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a little bit like somebody's journal. Read it. The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used a crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place had been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath. 4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up these machines have been here for quite a while. Do you think this might be connected to the case? Our case? No. No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric. His eyes wander to the various machines around. Next entry. 6th February 51. Had a little chat with the local fisherman. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. Hey, wait, what was that about? Narcotics? This could be proved to be interesting. Wait, narcotics? I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fisherman's gossip to scare away the kids. He looks at the stained glass window. Nothing spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned and cold and in an awful part of town. Then why doth the lieutenant protest against spending time here quite so often? Next entry. 7th February 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda. A new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series? Something advanced. Why would she need an antenna? Why would anyone need any of this equipment here? He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot. Kim, that's not how you inspect things. Next. 8th February 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up, called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art, more like drinking somewhere out of town. Suliswa started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. Wait a second. What kind of world is this that the artists are qualified labor and can get work easily? And why am I not there? I don't mean to sound too bitter about that. But come on. I just have to find out what caused the data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set that right. A data loss? Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading. Artists, programmers, Lexi? Who are all these people? I think these people worked in the radio computer business. In the games division, the one we saw in the doomed commercial area. It must be her former co-workers. So you're calling it the doomed commercial area too. It's a popular label. One that someone who didn't agree with it wouldn't be using. Fine, I adopted it out of convenience. Happy? No. Read the 5th entry. 12th February 51. Bought some food from the grocery store. Apparently there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m. This strike? We're nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what that radio anomaly has sent this person here in the first place. Next entry. 25 February 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics. Is she talking about? The lieutenant looks to his right, towards the silence you experienced further into the room. Read the 7th entry. 28 February 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of science with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here. The pillar of silence, she is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting that it's more than just an architectural quirk? But what could it be? Kim doesn't answer. His follows your gaze. She's studying the basins. The water shines in them, with no ripples. Next. March 51. Some kind of young disco man appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That must be a cell. Yeah. The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes. March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer at our old office in Martinet. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinet's of her. That's me! I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine. No, it was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines. You just hope you don't break something so badly you can't fix it. He said, certainly without a whole bunch of experience on the subject. Why is everyone looking at me? Stop it. I said stop it. You're not stopping it. Stop it right now. Read the 10th entry. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable, noodles, crackers, ping, energy drinks, water, toothpaste, gum, also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. The strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you. She holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots. Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender. What?
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We're looking for a suspect in a murder investigation. We thought they might be hiding here because I don't feel like admitting any of the other things.
No one's hiding here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You can hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now, please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Okay. No, stop running. Stop running right now. You're not supposed to. The game said no. The game said no. Ooh. Alright, so I figured out how to find the epicenter, ma'am. You need to be wearing earbuds and playing this game. And you just kind of walk. Use positional audio. I know that's not very scientific, but... Alright. You had your reboot time.
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. I didn't break anything, did I?
You just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
It doesn't look like a big loss to her. Alright, cool. Hey, are you the lead programmer of We're All Untethered?
Or no, not anymore. That project is dead.
Okay. She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back. Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
The former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Okay.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how can I help you.
She turns back to the terminal. Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager. I mean, that makes sense. When you have a profession that you already know you like that early, you just get into it. I've been a musician since I was a teenager. We'll just leave it at that. That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church. Have you seen anyone suspicious? A woman named Ruby? What? No. No one suspicious around here. She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true. Why are there so many machines here? I brought them here. These are my machines. Please, don't touch anything. Alright, what do you need the antenna for? I use the AR-1 as my RAM Prefect's processing unit. RAM Prefect, that's your radio computer, right? Mm-hmm. And that antenna is its processing unit? Yes. You really don't know anything about the radio computers, do you? I know a little. Alright, well, all radio computers perform operations up on air, so in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna. Wait, what's on air? On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulandic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means. She waves her hand. Like love. And the AR-1, is it a good antenna? She stops to think. I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing. What are you doing with your computer? I'm working. The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core, the light casting her face in a strange shadow. Working on what besides immediately outing myself as a starship captain? Yes, I'm talking about that game and that stream. Could you just shh a moment or get to the point? I really need to focus on something. It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever it is she needs to do, and you're just not helping. Hey, isn't your computer made for government use? So you do know something about computers. That's right, Prefect is mostly used by the government peeps. And you work for the government? No. So why do you have it? Because I needed something good for my investigation, and REM Civic is widely agreed to be below all standards, so I had to upgrade. Besides, owning a REM Prefect isn't such a big deal anymore. Yeah, no, actually it is kind of a big deal. You don't see REM Prefects in every police department, for example. How'd you get your hands on it? I know a friend of a friend who used to freelance for the coalition. I was actually aiming for the military-grade REM Rational series, but couldn't find one. Prefect is mainly based on the same technology as REM Civic, so it's kind of a ripoff, but it does have better compatibility with newer antenna models, so I won't complain. Alright. Very, back channel, black market goods. That's fine. It's not what we're here for. This time. What about the bowls of water? They are connected to my REM Prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Okay, thanks. Short and terse, there you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers. Alright. I'll try not to touch anything. Next question? Great. What are you doing in an abandoned church? You really like those questions, don't you? I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions. I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out, she says, ready to stand her ground. What research? I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world. What? She's looking for disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. Is this hole connected to the data loss in your journal? Yes, that is what led me here, but I'm starting to suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. A hole in the world, what does that mean exactly? Exactly. What does it mean? There's something frantic about her as she locks her gaze with you. Eyes shining like pearls. Up to now, it has been impossible to say just what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist? She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer. Easy, you measure it by the world around it. You measure it by collecting data on its surroundings, on that which does exist. Exactly, very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. Haha, hydro transducers. So that's what the water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water. So it's basically a water contact mic. But honestly, it's not progressing very well. She grows silent, looking at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual. Yes, it does. Do you have any idea where this hole might be located? Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume. She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without much success. Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Strange things may flourish in the dark. Why there? There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decrease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record. The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk? Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinations of the data loss that led me to this place. This is where the Crab Man lives. I know. You don't think Crab Man... come on, I know his name! Might be somehow responsible here? No, I don't. Alright, you said the research isn't going well. Why not? Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the Swallow. The exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Alright, that's all I wanted to ask for now. Great. Have you seen the Crab Man? No, but you know he's around? Yes. He's seen you. And? Okay, it's probably not a big deal then. No, you're right, I'm not. Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the printer. You sound like you're not worried about him at all. Again, okay. Listen, how do you feel about dance music? What? I hate it. Okay, wow, that was, Yo, you know what? It doesn't connect here like disco does. Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind, it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music. Right, but how do you feel about a club? This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here. I know that, but I'm gonna humor you. Like, what do they want to build then? Take a guess, why don't you? Look, I'm convinced, alright? They said it's their dream. I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks. Good luck. I'm not coming in there. Look, I already know the answer to this. I made them admit it. I'm not gonna go and submit a bug report about this, but I should. Hey, when do we get that toxicology report back? Or maybe we just don't. It's fine. I didn't really want it anyway. We're gonna take a bit of a longer walk, but not that way. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see the textures again. I keep avoiding talking to the man over by the mural because I just can't seem to find the right voice for him. Hey, do you know anyone named Ruby, Little Lily? Ruby? Lily gets all serious and leans in as if she's about to tell you a secret. My mom tells me that I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say ugh. Or like sometimes I can, but then just Kids. The lieutenant shakes his head. Are the twins outside your brothers? Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and they play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart. They look identical, right? I said the same thing. They look identic. I guess I've already done all this. Like, It's alright. Bye. Nothing else to do here. Hang on. Wait, what? I guess that was an occasional hum. We need some more of those. Got a little bit of scratch. Mostly I was doing that to see if I got any more passive logic, but, well, blue thought bubbles. Thought bubbles? Thought bubbles. Some blue thought bubbles would be wonder bubbles. I'm sorry, what, detective? Kim, I just talk sometimes, okay? Just let it happen.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it.
I really want to make that check, but I don't think this is a detective that's going to pass it.
You're back. Good. What can I...
I need to think about whether or not I need anything else from her. Or if we can let her go. Let her go? Yeah. I also have to decide how that should end. I also appreciate that I didn't mean to do it. It wasn't an intentional choice on my part, but in one of my other series, somebody called out one of my other voices as sounding like Kuno, which I got a good giggle out of. What are we doing over here? Remember, there's a hawthorn tree. The hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Ghislain. Bronze-colored ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze. Just like promised, you stood here for what seems like aeons, guzzling the sickly fumes of lorries and carriages. Piss off, nature! That's right. Huh. So I triggered the inanimate object skill by gaining health, but I'm getting chided. The hawthorn tree is not an inanimate object, it is a living thing. The thunk against the bark echoes with discontent. At first, the destructive urge felt exhilarating, as if it added something to your persona. But the feeling swiftly receded, leaving you with a sad emptiness. Alright. The hurt feelings of this tree are not alleviated by this sudden display of care and emotion, you manipulative bastard. Ow! It got me anyway! The younger stems and branches are adorned with sharp thorns that scratch your hand. Oh, whatever, this barely registers as damage. Alright, I'm not going to take a 58 when I don't have to. Pretty sure that's my only interfacing, because the other thing is also gloves. But Maxwell, why would something else give you interfacing if interfacing is a hand-based skill? I don't know. Why would an ugly... I don't know. Why would I start coughing for no reason? Why would an ugly, stupid hat give me logic? Why would this hat give me logic? Come on! Don't expect logic from this game. Not exactly. Alright, our interfacing is high. Nice. With slow... rolled a 12. With slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling, you manage to extricate the magnetic tape from branches. It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it so you could hear what's on that tape. Maybe Roy from the pawn shop can help you with this. The lieutenant looks at the mess in your hands. Only after you've successfully cleaned up the branches does the curiosity get him. What's the tape for? Oh, it's for Egghead. I promised to make his Van Eyck's jam hit a little harder. Maybe this tape can help. How? It's broken and unspooled. Do you think your new buddy knows how to fix it? I'd think at least one of the ravers would know how to fix a broken tape if they want to set up a nightclub. You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time. He looks at his wristwatch a little impatiently. Yeah, good idea. He might have the tools. The tape projector in the pawn shop uses similar tape. But we already got that from Logic. Okay, well. Game's just making sure we can do the thing. Hey, Hawthorn Tree. Alright, good to know I still have the options. Please don't punch the tree. I'm sorry? Did you say please don't punch the tree again?
Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Save the economy? That sounds off. What are you talking about? Haven't you heard, officer? We got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash. Keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco. Why exactly does the economy need saving? I mean, do we have a coin shortage or something? Look around, officer. You see all those premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought. We gotta keep the flow of goods moving. You mean like the spice? The what? Is this really the economy we want to leave our children? You're right. We've got to save. Give me $1. How is that not? That's the spirit. We've all got to do our part. Your part is to open the box and buy some clothes. Is this the Ultra? It's just nature. Powerful economies expand. Weak economies go extinct. There we go. I can't go extinct, officer. I've got kids to feed. Once an economy goes extinct, it messes up the whole ecosystem. You got to think about the consequences. Alright, I've already got everything useful from that. Sunglasses, I think I bought them all.
The shine on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Leave. Man, the fallen sneakers are pretty good. But that's 50. So what? I just have to give up on my dream of the fallen gear? Yes. Roy, can you help me?
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
You can help me with anything. How about this? You mean re-spool it? He looks at the bronze-colored bundle in your hand. Yeah, I do, but... Great, could you do it, please? This is important. I need to be able to play this tape for someone. But I'm not Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Although it looks pretty worthless. Just explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand. Wait, but you tinker with film tapes all the time. No, it's different. Those film tapes actually mean something to me. But this is just a worthless bundle of old tape. It's not worthless, Roy. This could be the next thing for the local dance scene. Huh? What do you mean? You know that old church down by the coast? Yeah, what about it? I met some young ravers. They want to turn the place into a nightclub and play some weird neo-disco beats there. They call it anodic dance music. I promised to help them with that. Is it any good? The music, I mean. No, that's the thing. You can't believe how unbelievably thin the beat is. There's nothing to it. No bass. It just goes... But this tape could make it hardcore! Man, you're really invested in this. He looks at the bundle of tape in front of him. It shimmers under the shop's dazzling light show. Okay, I'll help you out. It's gonna take a moment, though, so just sit back and relax. It takes some time to look around the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly, Roy turns back to you with a reel of tape in his hand and coughs. That was at least 15 minutes, Roy. Yeah, it was. Respooling isn't that difficult, although I had to mend the tape in a few places. Anyway, it's yours now. Thank you, Roy, truly. Yeah, my pleasure. I try to do what I can for true passion projects. Just try not to use this tape for negative photon emissions. Take responsibility, okay? I am gonna try, Roy. I may not entirely know what you mean, but I'm gonna try. Did I pick up anything I want to sell? No. No. No, I almost clicked the big button, and that would have been awful. No, 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 no. Okay. Welcome to the pawn shop. I think I have enough health medicine for the next little while, he said, looking also anxiously at his pack of cigarettes. This is how it starts, isn't it? You start using cigarettes for the stimulant boot. Excuse me?
Officer, care to play a game with a lonely old man?
What? What's happened?
Actually, never mind. It wouldn't be the same.
What? Where's René, Gaston? The prick is gone. I can barely believe it, but he's really gone. He's trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face. Gone? Gone where? Hell, most likely. He was an absolute cunt. How did he die? His angry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is. Wait, did he push himself to prove he can pull his weight and doesn't need handouts? Guess he was about to head home, because when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not that cockatoo uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, because he's going to be buried without it. Oh, no. Do you think... Gaston, do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to go out there? No. No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could ever say would push him to do anything. That man was completely immovable. Was he really that bad? I repeat, an absolute cunt. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jeannie and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids, and she never lost sight of it. And I thought, if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to. Did you love him, Gaston? We've hated each other over our entire lives. So much, in fact, that... He falls silent and looks at you, eyes filling up with tears. Yes, I love that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were? Some royalist slogan? In Guillaume's time, you would have been shot without a trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that. That's a really weird question. I'm going to click it anyway because it's there. I took his medals for myself. Took them to remember that old word I'm tired of saying already. No one knew him better than I did. And I want to remember that old thing by something. Strange how old thing I'm not saying sounds almost gentle when he says it now. Yeah, he's only said it like 12 times. Here. Don't ask me how I... Harry, can you take your flashlight out of the man's face? That's my fault for leaving it equipped. Look, don't ask how I got it. Here's something to remember your friends by. Let me see that. This was 60 years ago. Don't you mean 320s? Shut up, officer. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy and genie. I'm sorry, officer. I thank you. Thank you, merci beaucoup for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me. That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo still. I'm sorry, Gaston. Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss. It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something. Can I ask about René? How's that go? No. Is there anything I do want to ask you about the Union? Officer? I can't do this right now. The Union, it just doesn't matter anymore. René, you were a prick, but you will be missed. I'll see you in the next one, folks.